Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and look at the lesson from today. So today what we're going to do is we're going to be solving exponential equations. So we'll probably need logarithms to help us out with that. But the first few examples I gave, we didn't really need logarithms or sums. But definitely example one, we got 10 to the x. If we have to solve for x, 10 to the x equals 5,438. I changed it to log form, log base 10, which is my common log or my calculator log of 5,348. I just hit my log button, right? Log of 5,438, and I got my answer, okay? And I'm rounded to the nearest hundredth, okay? So about 3.7, pretty easy. 2, because of the e, I will probably use a natural log. But before I do that, I gotta tidy up the problem. So I divided by 3, I got 6, and then I've got this e. I want to change it to log because I've got my exponent. So it's log base e, but log base e is natural log. So I got the natural log of 6 equals my exponent. I found the natural log of 6 on my calculator. Just went ln6, just use my calculator. I got about a 1.79 and divide by 2, right? Divide by 2, and there's my answer, okay? Example 3. Now, if I can change problems into the same base, it just makes it easier. I don't really want to do the log. I'd rather not do a log. But 8 is the same thing as 2 cubed. So if I can change them both into the same base, base 2, I got 2 to the x plus 3 and now 2 to the third, I can just cancel out the bases. So then I can really go to x plus 3 equals 3, and I solve for x, right? 2's are gone, minus 3, x is 0, okay? Example, I guess it'd be example 4 here, is the same type of problem. And what I did is I can change them the same base. 1/5 is the same thing as 5 to the negative 1 power, and 125 is 5/3. So once I have the same base, I can get rid of the bases, cancel out the bases, and just solve for x. -1, x plus 2 equals 3 times 3x. I got a -1x minus 2 equals 9x, plus x, I get a 10x, divide by 10, I either get, a -0.2 or fraction answers, okay? Now, turning my page, what happens if you can't make them the same base? Well, then I can change this into log form. Log base 520. Now, if I don't have a smart, sophisticated calculator with the special log base button, which I do on this calculator, I can just go log base 5 of 120, and I get my answer. But if I don't, then I'll do the change of base calculator called the dumb calculator, because if you don't have this fancy button, you just go log of 120 divided by log of 5, and I'll still get the same answer, which is about a 2.97. About a 2.97, okay? Example 3, I don't know, actually example 4, example 5, example 6. Okay, I've got 2 times 3 to the x plus 4 equals 16. So first thing I did is tidy it up. I divided by 2, and I get 8. And then I'm going to change to log form, log of base 3 of 8 equals my exponent. I found out what that was on my calculator, so I just went and used my special button, log base 3 of 8. And then I got a 1.89, and then I subtract 4 minus 4, and I get about approximately, minus 4, approximately negative 2.11, okay? All right, now here comes the hard problem. This problem is difficult because you've got a base 4 and a base 6. So instead of trying to change one into base 4, one into base 6, I'm going to change both into base 10. So what I did is I took the log both sides. So the log is base 10. It's the invisible log, but I can use my calculator. By doing this, I'm changing everything to the same base, base 10. Now, one of the rules we found is if you take a logarithm and it has an exponent, it floats down the exponent, okay? Because you got an exponent to an exponent, you can multiply. So I brought down the x. Same thing here, I brought down the x plus 3. Okay, then I have this x times log of 4 equals x plus 3 times log of 6. So I want to solve for x, so I decide, okay, I'll divide by log of 6 on both sides. So that gets rid of that. And then I had to use my calculator. Okay, so what is log of 4? Close the parentheses, divided by log of 6, and I get about a 0.774, okay? And that's x. So now I'm just going to solve for x. Yeah, decimal, so I'll go minus 1x, gives me a negative 0.226x. I'm just solving for x, minus x, minus x. I'm going to divide by negative 0.226, and I get an answer about negative 13.26. So that's all I have. If you have any specific questions, please come see me, okay? That's all I got.